Good day, everybody. Welcome in. Welcome all. We have a Nintendo Direct to watch. That's right. A Nintendo Direct to watch. I have stayed away from this as much as humanly possible today, just so it's not spoiled for me. But unfortunately, I did come across a couple things. Nothing super major, but enough. So we're going to watch this. We're going to react to it. We are going to hope for the absolute best. We're going to hope that the Switch 2 is everything that we wanted. And we'll go from there. Oh, I got to crack my drink. Not the start I thought was going to happen. I wasn't expecting like Lego Connects to start. I was expecting the... But, hey. They're stepping up the game. It's a new console. The worst kept secret in gaming. New Mario Kart. With Yoshi's Burger Shack. I love it. One Up Fuel. We knew this was coming, but I love that Luigi car. This was teased at the announcement trailer. But snowmobiles, interesting. Some Shy Guys on Sea-Doos. It looks good. I hope this is gameplay. What? Two-wheel grinding? Alright. Wall riding, jet flying, high flying. Oh wait, that's Ric Flair. Hammer Bros with a hammer power-up. Okay. Birdo. Mario just ate a burger. I love it. We get costume changes? As you go? This is interesting. It looks good. The new Mario Kart, not 8, but apparently Mario Kart World, it looks good.
Hello everyone, I'm Koichi Kawamoto.
Why are my subtitles on and in French?
For today's Nintendo Direct. I'm the producer for Nintendo Switch 2.
Hello, sir.
I'm Takuhiro Dota, the director for Nintendo Switch 2.
Hello, sir.
And I'm Tetsuya Sasaki, the hardware design lead for Nintendo Switch 2.
And hello, sir.
What you just saw was Mario Kart World, launching exclusively on Nintendo Switch 2. Now, what do you think this brand new Mario Kart game will be like?
Well, it kind of looks like single-player playthrough, around a map like...
New entry in the Mario Kart series is launching exclusively on
basically
the
Mario
Nintendo
Wonder.
Switch 2 system. Welcome to this vast world. Kart races are held throughout various regions that span the globe.
I've just seen a building that said fried chicken. That's all that matters to me.
Depending on the time of day and weather conditions, the atmosphere will change.
Bringing in weather conditions is cool. That's something that is new to Mario. That's a lot of people.
And in this Mario Kart game,
What the hell?
you can go off the racetrack and drive virtually everywhere in this world.
Then how does that work?
In the classic Grand Prix, race through 4 courses in a bid for first place.
Okay.
But don't sleep at the wheel. You'll also drive to the next course as part of the competition.
Oh, that's cool.
With 24 drivers in each race, the most in series history, the competition is gearing up.
Race between... That's interesting.
Introducing Knockout Tour. Race non-stop from one corner of the world to another. There are multiple checkpoints along the way.
That's
You're
classic
able to
arcade
show when
racing
you hit a
right there.
checkpoint, You'll be eliminated.
That is classic arcade
Can you
racing.
make it all the
I
way to
love
the
it.
finish line?
Free roam.
You can also freely drive around this vast world in free roam.
I don't know if I would do that too
You
much
can
unless
explore
there's some
new
sort of
areas and
incentives.
routes. So drive wherever your heart takes you. You
There
can
would have to
also
be
go
some
for
sort of
scenic
incentive to
drives
do
with
that.
friends. And even take photos together at different locations.
Eh.
A brand new race across
Of course,
the
the
entire
Rabbids is
world
in there.
starts here. Mario Kart World!
I'm gonna play it.
The game launches on the same day as Nintendo Switch 2.
Right arm.
More details about this title will be shared in an upcoming Mario Kart World Direct. So be
A
on the
specific
lookout for
direct
more
for Mario
information
Kart
in
World.
the future.
That's extremely interesting.
Mario Kart World launches on the same day as Nintendo Switch
That shirt's
2.
way too big for you, bro.
We'll share more details in the future, so we hope you're looking forward to it.
Next, we'd like to introduce some of the new features of Nintendo Switch 2.
Okay. This is what we're here for.
These are the Joy-Con 2 controllers for Switch 2. And on the right Joy-Con 2,
C button.
we've added a new C button.
Mm-hmm.
Let's take a look at some new experiences it offers.
It's got to be for capture, right?
I'm still ahead of all of you guys. That was
Are they actually adding voice chat? Oh my god. Not just through the Nintendo app?
no.
Finally.
I'm coming for you.
Come
on, no.
Introducing Game Chat, a new feature for Nintendo Switch 2.
They're just like 20 years behind on that tech, but okay.
Hi.
Finally.
With this feature, you'll be able to communicate with friends and family while playing a game.
Should we follow you? Yeah.
Can I minimize the chat menu though and get full screen game? Because that's all I would care about.
While using the Game Chat feature, your voice is recognized by a microphone built into the system.
Oh, okay. But you're still behind me, right? All right, let's keep going. Okay. So
It can pick up your speaking voice clearly, even
Meh.
from a distance.
I don't trust that. Give me a headset.
let's make a left right here. Let's make a.
When it's noisy around you, your voice will still come through clearly, letting you chat with ease.
Eh.
By a bow.
I've heard that before about headsets.
It's open.
And you can use this feature in handheld mode too, letting you easily chat with friends and family.
And your battery life will be 11
If you
minutes.
open the chat menu and turn on game screen sharing,
Good job. There we go.
you can also share your game screen.
Oh yeah, that looks nice and smooth.
Really? They can do that?
Can do it.
You guys, I just did it.
Oh, I want to do it too.
Oh shoot. Oh. Ooh.
What he meant to say was, oh shit.
Okay, I got it.
Oh no.
Okay. You can chat to your
Animal
heart's content,
Crossing,
even while playing different games.
Mario
Yeah, I
Wonder,
know that one. It's so hard, right?
Kirby.
Tough.
Oh wow. I'm like in the sky right here. I fell. I'm falling. Okay, we got it. We're safe.
Kirby.
I-
Oh, a star. That's so cute.
a cool feature, but I would never legitimately
You can adjust the size of your
care
game
to.
screen.
Well, I mean that's what Discord is, I guess. But like,
I'm lost. Like,
Where'd you go?
okay, well I'm glad you
or
can
expand
minimize them a
another
little
friend's game
bit.
screen.
Oh, why?
You gotta get above.
That is a terrible demo for that.
To your left. You're almost there. It's just like the wall. Like if she gets past the wall.
This is where I have to do a little wall ride.
Okay.
So everyone can watch them play.
Oh, I think I know where you are. Wait.
I don't know about that.
I think we have to try.
Welcome.
Ooh, okay.
Oh, nice.
Let's take a picture here.
Okay, are you ready?
Smile.
Yay! Oh, yo, that's sick.
I like your pose, Meeks.
On the right Joy-Con 2 controller, there's an additional button. With the C button, you can pull up a chat menu.
Hey, Dr. Mario, nice.
Wait, actually, guys, I got a call coming right now, so I'll be right back, yeah? Okay, for sure.
Here, you can quickly and easily mute yourself and more. And there's this.
Oh.
By connecting this camera to the system. Hey!
Hey, what's up? Hello. Yo. Yeah.
Hi.
I don't know. They're not really.
Good?
They're not really
You can
selling the
appear on screen
quality
and video chat while playing a game.
of the camera.
Wait, Nick, how was your test yesterday?
It was good.
No.
Here's how it looks with just the camera feed.
I'm waiting like
There
guys.
you go. I bet you like
Can
that.
you wait for me?
Please look forward to games which use your camera feed like this.
That's actually cool. That's actually pretty cool.
Go left, left, left.
If I go a little more this way.
That's cool. Mario Party reasons, that's pretty cool.
Even when you're apart, you can play games and hang out as if you were together in the same room. Play together or compete in online multiplayer games. Chat while playing your personal favorites.
I could see that being a thing for streamers
Decide
for
your
sure.
own rules for a retro game competition. Or hold a sports competition between families. All together, anytime, anywhere. Game
It was like a
chat.
pretty redesigned Pro controller.
What did you think? In developing Game
Mediocre at
Chat, our
best.
goal was for you to enjoy playing online with others more closely, including family and friends. Almost as if you're all playing together in the same place. The camera you saw in the trailer is the Nintendo Switch 2 camera, which will
Is it an
be
additional
available on the
USB-C
same day
port?
as Switch 2.
That's interesting.
A Nintendo Switch Online membership will be required to
Weird.
use Game Chat.
Weird how that
However,
works.
Since we'd like as many people as possible to experience Game Chat, it will be available without a membership for a limited time. We hope you'll try it out.
So, like a whole year from now.
Additionally, Game Chat supports the Nintendo Switch Parental Controls app, and different settings can be adjusted. For example, whether parental permission is always required when a child wants to use Game Chat to play with their
I'm
friends.
gonna get my mom to ask permission for me to
We'd like
chat
to
with my
introduce
friends.
another new experience you can share with family and friends.
Othello!
Nintendo Switch, even if you just have one game, you can pass a Joy-Con controller to a friend and play together. But on Nintendo Switch 2, you can play together locally on multiple systems using just one game, with GameShare.
We knew
As
about
shown
this
here,
coming up.
Even games that require multiple screens can be played if one person owns a compatible game. With GameShare, you can temporarily share compatible games with
On
others
any
who
version
also
of the
have
Switch.
Nintendo Switch 2 or a Nintendo Switch system. You can share a game with up to 3 other systems at a time. GameShare also supports online play with other Switch 2 systems, and you can use it with friends via Game Chat, which we showed earlier. GameShare can only be used with compatible games. This feature is planned for several titles,
Imagine
starting
that.
with a free update for Clubhouse Games 51 Worldwide Classics on Nintendo Switch.
Mario Odyssey,
GameShare
give us an
support
Odyssey
is
2.
also planned for select games exclusive to Nintendo Switch 2, so we hope you'll look forward to it.
Up next, we'd like to show you the Nintendo Switch.
If that's
2
truly how
system
those Joy-Cons clip in instead of sliding, that's
Please
legit.
take a look.
That's legit.
At 7.9 inches, Switch 2 has a
Same.
bigger
Oh,
built-in
wait.
screen. Here's how that compares to Nintendo Switch. The system's thickness remains the same. With
Like
approximately
1080?
double the pixels compared to Switch, you can enjoy games in greater detail on the 1080p screen.
That was a terrible demo of 1080. Up to 120
The screen
frames.
supports up to 120 frames per second, allowing for smoother gameplay in supported titles.
I'll believe that when I see it.
The LCD
So
screen
we just dropped
is more
OLED.
vivid and supports HDR,
I mean,
providing more contrast between light and dark
OLED's kind
areas
of
of the images.
unnecessary tack, really. Magnetically.
All new Joy-Con
All
2
right.
controllers connect magnetically.
That's pretty cool.
Strong magnets keep the controllers firmly attached to the system. Detach your controller easily by pressing the release button on the back.
That's pretty slick.
The SL and SR buttons are bigger for greater comfort and control when playing with a Joy-Con 2 held horizontally.
Which I have never done in my life.
The left and right sticks are now larger.
But will they drift?
Each Joy-Con 2 controller can be used as a mouse to play
What?
with compatible games. Both the left and right Joy-Con 2 support mouse controls. By
I'm gonna be
adjusting the
very
audio
curious to
balance
see
between
games
the
that use
ranges,
that.
Sounds from the built-in speakers are clearer and more natural in handheld
I will
and
never use
tabletop
that.
modes. It has a built-in microphone, so you can voice chat with friends anytime via game chat. It also uses noise-canceling technology to filter sounds, so your voice will come through clearly.
I still don't necessarily trust that. 3D audio gives you a sense of
Even if you
space.
don't have a surround sound system, games can be enjoyed with more immersive, three-dimensional sound, as if it were coming from all around you.
That actually worked in my headset.
Place your Nintendo Switch 2 however you like with a large, sturdy stand.
In
You can
the
move
dock.
freely, like this. In addition to the USB-C port found on the bottom of the system, there's one on top as well.
Does it
It's
support
handy
USB-C
for
headphones?
connecting a USB-C camera or charging in tabletop mode.
Oh, that's
Nintendo Switch 2
That's
comes
actually
with
interesting.
256 gigabytes of internal storage, 8 times that of Nintendo Switch, for storing your game downloads, save data, and
that's
more.
pretty cool.
Reading and writing data is also faster.
I should hope so. 4K dock?
Use the Nintendo
Holy.
Switch 2 dock to connect to your TV and enable up to 4K resolution for compatible games.
God damn.
HDR is also supported in TV mode.
All right.
The Nintendo Switch 2 dock has a built-in fan that keeps your system cool. This helps keep performance stable.
So we're gonna hear the jet engine. Nice. That's
On
pretty
Nintendo
cool.
Switch 2,
Backwards
you can play
compatibility.
Nintendo Switch 2 games, as well as compatible Nintendo Switch
Mario
games. Physical
Maker.
and digital games are supported.
That's pretty exciting.
As you just saw,
That's
Nintendo
pretty exciting.
Switch 2 isn't simply an improved Nintendo Switch.
It is.
We
But it
redesigned
is,
the
though.
system from the ground up and packed in lots of new gameplay features. And to help players better understand the Switch 2 hardware, we're currently developing this game. Mr. Kawamoto!
Give it to me.
Hello. My current location
Is
is actually
unknown.
inside the game itself.
Oh.
This is Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour, exclusive to Nintendo Switch 2.
No thanks.
I'm standing over here. Okay, everyone, join me inside the game. There are a lot of question mark icons here. Let's examine them.
Clearly.
This sign reads, "Where are the magnets?"
So is this like an interactive
Joy-Con
user
2
manual
controllers attached to the system with
disguised
magnets,
as a game?
and those magnets are inside the system. The SL and SR buttons on the Joy-Con 2 are made of metal, so that's how they attach to the system. A magnetic circuit is formed between them, so they won't easily detach. Through examining signs like these, you can discover all sorts of secrets about Nintendo Switch 2. Another example, the Joy-Con 2 controllers have mouse controls. And when combined with the gyroscopes, you can even do something like this. You can adjust the position
Yeah,
of the
mini
golf
putt.
club and
Let's
aim
go.
for the cup by rotating the Joy-Con too. By
Okay.
combining the mouse controls and gyroscopes, things
That can
like
be fun.
this are possible. There are secrets to discover even as you're playing mini-games and tech demos.
I'd rather
Some
just
of
play
the
the mini
secrets range
games.
from the unique features of the system to tiny details you might not notice until they're pointed out. There are plenty. Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour will launch as a paid digital game on the same day
A
as
paid
Nintendo
digital
Switch 2.
game?
So please check it out if you're
Fuck
interested.
that. I'll just
Now,
read an owner's
I'd like
manual.
To share some more information regarding Nintendo Switch 2. This is the game card for Nintendo Switch 2 titles.
Yeah,
It's the same shape as Nintendo Switch game cards.
I would assume
but
so,
it's
being
now
backwards
red,
compatible.
And it has much faster data reading speeds.
Like an SD
Next
card.
up
Weird.
is additional storage. Switch 2 will only work with micro SD express cards. They're a different type of SD card and will make high-speed data transfers possible.
And we're gonna charge you 10 times the price.
Please note that regular micro SD cards used for Nintendo Switch will not be compatible. Additionally, to transfer data from Switch to Switch 2,
Wi-Fi,
you can
Wi-Fi,
log
Wi-Fi,
into your
Wi-Fi,
Nintendo
Wi-Fi,
account
Wi-Fi.
to use the system transfer feature.
Nice.
With this feature, you can transfer save data, digital games, and more. We're also releasing a new Pro controller.
That looks
It
sexy.
has a C button, which launches Game Chat, and on the back, there are new GL and GR buttons, which you can use to assign existing button controls. In
This is a
addition,
$20
an audio
controller.
jack has been added. We've introduced a few new features, and after today's presentation, the official Nintendo Switch 2 website will go live. There will also be an Ask the Developer article on the website, where the three of us will talk about the development of Nintendo Switch 2. We hope you'll check that out as well.
I probably won't.
And now, the Nintendo Switch 2 launch date. Nintendo Switch 2 launches on June 5th.
Of course it does.
We're very much looking forward to the day when you all get to experience it. so
That's
please
the
wait just a
day.
bit
Well,
longer.
not the day, but I'm likely, hopefully, going to be in the middle of building my X-Wing venue then.
Broadly speaking, on Nintendo Switch 2, you can play 3 types of games. The first type is Nintendo Switch 2 games. These games take advantage of the performance and features of Switch 2.
Right? That makes sense.
The second type is compatible games that were released on Nintendo Switch. Nintendo Switch 2 edition games are the third type.
Oh, exclusively for the
Some
Switch,
games
too.
that were released on Switch will receive upgraded versions that offer things like improved visuals, unique ways to play on Switch 2,
Pokemon Scarlet
and
Violet.
more.
Pokemon Scarlet Violet.
Now, I'd like to show you the Nintendo Switch 2 edition of Super Mario Party Jamboree. Please take a look.
Super Mario Party Jamboree is getting an upgrade on Nintendo Switch 2. The upgrade expands on the base game
I
and
don't know
adds
that
new
I care.
features, including mouse controls, audio recognition, more expressive rumble, and gameplay that uses a camera accessory,
Oh,
all
good.
of which can be accessed on Switch 2.
No thanks.
Let's check out 3 new and updated modes.
No SpongeBob game is disappointing.
First up is Mario Party.
I agree. SpongeBob deserves all the
Single
games.
camera, up to 4 players can join the festivities. You'll be able to see each other's faces as you play, so you can experience all the reactions and emotions in real time. Or 4 friends can take the party online. Up next, it's Bowser Live, a mode where the livelier team wins. Bowser will bring you on stage to hit blocks to collect
No,
most
thank you.
points.
No,
Guide an RC
thank
car
you.
with your voice. Go. And compete in other mini games using full body movement and sound. Finally, take a ride on the mouse-controlled Carnival Coaster. With the safety bar lowered and secured, you're off. Use mouse controls to shoot down enemies while you feel the bumps and rumbles of the coaster.
I mean, that's cool.
When you enter a pipe, a minigame will begin. There's a bouldering game where 2 players each control an arm, and one where you shake a can of spray paint and quickly tag objects.
This is gonna ruin friendships.
Enjoy the thrill of these intuitive minigames. How quickly can you reach the station? From minigames that use a camera, the built-in microphone, mouse controls, and
We now have
people.
clapping rhythm
Biggest
games.
Party yet, it's getting even bigger.
Yay.
Super Mario Party Jamboree, Nintendo Switch 2 Edition, plus Jamboree TV launches on Nintendo Switch 2, July 24th. Nintendo Switch 2 players who already own Super Mario Party
June 5th. Okay.
Party Jamboree can upgrade to Nintendo
My brain
Switch 2
confused June and
Edition
July for a
plus
second there.
Jamboree TV by purchasing
I'm
an
tired.
upgrade
It's
pack.
late.
Please look forward to a new Mario Party experience, where you can see each other's reactions while playing. Let's continue presenting some more Nintendo Switch 2 Edition games.
You had to see it coming.
Nintendo Switch 2 editions of The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild and
You
The
had
Legend
to
of
see it
Zelda
coming.
Tears of the Kingdom feature enhanced resolution and frame rates, and also support HDR, which makes the image more vibrant, so you can play with smoother, higher
Just the big
definition.
sellers. Yep. That makes sense.
Plus, you can get even more out of your adventures in Hyrule using Zelda Notes.
Zelda Notes.
This new feature can be accessed via the Nintendo Switch app on smart devices. It's a game-specific service that's exclusive to the Switch 2 editions of these titles.
On your
For
smartphone.
example, it can help guide you to various locations, like shrines and Koroks you haven't found yet.
I mean, it's cool, but
Guidance activated.
I'm not the biggest Zelda fan, so...
Proceed north.
But it's pretty cool that this is an option.
Or you can share your creations using QR codes and send them to another player to create in their game. We hope these features will make your adventures even more enjoyable.
The thing is I'm such a single-player video gamer now that, like... Okay.
In Kirby and the Forgotten Land, you'll be able to enjoy an additional story exclusive to the Nintendo Switch 2 edition, along with improved graphics and frame rates.
Do I get a credit if I've already bought Kirby and the Forgotten Land?
This story takes place in the Forgotten Land after being struck by a powerful meteor that's causing some mysterious changes.
I did enjoy
We hope
Kirby.
you're looking forward to Kirby's new adventure. Metroid Prime 4 Beyond will have both a Nintendo Switch and a Nintendo Switch 2 edition. In addition to standard controls, you can use mouse controls for intuitive gameplay on Switch 2. Plus, you can explore the immersive world in 4K at 60 frames per second, or enjoy smoother action in full HD at 120 frames per second.
That doesn't look
Choose from
good.
these two modes,
That looked
both
like there
of
was a
which
lot of
support
artifacting
HDR,
at 120
based on your
FPS.
preference and playstyle. Plus, Pokemon Legends ZA, which is scheduled to launch
Yay!
later this year, will not only receive a Nintendo Switch version, but a Nintendo Switch 2 edition as well. By taking advantage of the power of Switch 2,
We're
you
going
can enjoy
full
your
Switch
adventure
2
in
for
Lunar
this one, I
City with
think.
enhanced resolution and frame rates.
I do not, and I repeat,
The Nintendo Switch
do
2
not
edition
want to
games
have
you just
another
saw will be
Scarlet
available
Violet
as both physical and digital versions.
version.
And if you already own the Nintendo Switch version of a game, you can play the Nintendo Switch 2 edition by purchasing an upgrade pack. We hope you're looking forward to these Nintendo Switch 2 edition
Okay, that's cool. Upgrade pack? Beautiful.
Next,
Love
I'd
that.
like to introduce a brand new game featuring mouse controls with the Joy-Con 2 controllers. Please take a look.
Bam, bam. It sounded like Jet Set Radio for a second there. Okay, then. That could get challenging, actually. Dragon Drive. Is this just like a wheelchair Rocket League? Feels like it. How many people are going to break their desks going from that waving mode to mouse mode? You can dunk. Rejected. Summer 2025. Yep. I mean, it looks interesting, but I'm not going to play
In
it.
Dragon Drive, you'll use both Joy-Con 2 controllers as mice to intuitively pull off various moves. We hope
pretty
you're looking
sure-
forward to a new twist on 3-on-3 matches using dual mouse controls.
I would play that if I didn't need
Next,
to use the
here are
mouse
some
controls.
games from our publishing and development partners coming to Nintendo Switch 2.
I have long observed the lands between.
I will.
This world is in dire need of repair. You can see them, can't you? The rays of grace
Really?
that guide you through your
It's gonna be able to power a FromSoft game.
I have
All
no
right
doubt
then.
You will become Elden Lord. May you take the throne.
This year too, Tarnished Edition. That means it's probably not great. Scaled down a little.
Hey, I'm Greg Kasavin from Supergiant Games. Here to say that Hades 2 is coming to Nintendo Switch
Okay,
2.
that's
First up, the
exciting.
sequel introduces the Princess of the Dead, an immortal witch out to vanquish the sinister Titan of Time. You'll battle beyond the underworld to the ends of the earth, getting to know dozens of characters from Greek myth in a story that reacts to your every setback and victory. It's the kind of game you can quickly pick up and play whether you're experienced with the original or not. Look for more about Hades 2 later this year.
皆さんこんにちは。カプコンの中山です。
Okay.
我々がお届けするタイトルはストリートファイター6です。本体を持ち寄っての対戦はもちろん、任天堂
I probably won't play that on the Switch, but it's cool to know it can be there.
総勢26キャラクターを収録した Years 1-2 ファイターズエディションの2バージョンを、さらにゲームと連動するアミーボとアミーボカードも一緒にスイッチ2の発売日にお届けします。お楽しみに。
Initiating Arsenal boot sequence. Weapon safety mechanism confirmed. All operating at normal levels. Testing data link with spine. Normal. Commencing launch.
After 2 long wars where our freedom was restricted, we will finally be liberated from humans.
I'm in need of a new arsenal, new equipment, and money. I'm for sale, and you're buying.
Rebels!
I'm for sale too. 50 gift subs.
This planet will be ours.
United Earth.
The Sovereign Axiom, the Trinitas, has almost completed a weapon that was created to destroy all humanity.
No! Because we're in the middle of a war. Don't you get it?
Nick Knights, what's up?
I won't just stop you. I'll tear you apart!
Now I got my viewer to keep me updated on the last 3 minutes of the hockey game.
Lives, don't they?
Hey, this is Joseph Forrest from Hazelight. I'm super excited for Split Fiction to come to Nintendo Switch 2. The game
I expected this. So far, I'm pretty meh. I'm excited to see that Elden Ring can run on it, which gives me hope.
And it's up to you and a friend to help them break free.
Mario Kart looked really good.
If you like It Takes Two, you're gonna love this.
But to guaranteed 120 frames a second at 720, even in handheld, is pretty sick.
At EA Sports, we're bringing fans together across the world, both on the pitch and on the gridiron. We're excited.
But no hockey.
EA Sports FC will be coming to Nintendo Switch 2. Madden NFL will also be around
4K docked at 60 frames. Yeah, I'm gonna have to upgrade my capture card and well, I can stream in 4K on YouTube, but not on Twitch.
We are bringing Hogwarts Legacy to Nintendo Switch 2. With enhanced graphics and seamless world transitions, you'll be immersed in a Wizarding World like never before.
Okay, I will say,
and the new mouse controls on Switch 2 give you
the game
even
chat
more
is good,
ways
but
to
I would rather
experience
just
the
use Discord with current stuff. It's going to be
Discover the enhanced
crisper and
magic
cleaner.
when Hogwarts Legacy
But I will
launches on
say that I
Switch 2.
enjoy the idea of the games that have been enhanced for the Switch 2 to just have a upgrade cost. So I would be very welcome to playing the Kirby expansion because it would be cheaper for me because I already own Kirby and the Forgotten Land. I very much enjoy that they just give you the reduced cost for the upgrade from the Switch 1 to the Switch 2 versions. I was thinking about that. Legends, yeah, I'm already just like, I'm going to play it on the Switch 2 because I do not want to have a Scarlet Violet experience again. I will run that in 1080 60 frames just to be sure. Like, but the not needing to be in the same game is cool if you just want to have like a casual conversation with people. But I do think that there's a lot of times where I would only use it while playing the same game. Sharing the screens looked terrible. I like that idea though, having Hitman.
We are excited to bring another familiar agent to the platform.
007. He just said agent, so I just threw out the first agent I knew. Oh yeah. I nailed it. Project 007.
The world's favorite spy is coming
I'll
to
play
Nintendo
that.
Switch 2, so stay tuned.
A game share is interesting. Yes, I very much like that. Oh yeah.
Is reborn.
Oh no! Overtime? Oh no!
Commands that help you control the flow of turn-based battles. Change and customize jobs to build out your very own party. Enjoy your adventure with upgraded features and advancements. And all new minigames with unique ways to play. Square Enix presents the classic fantasy RPG, Bravely Default Flying Fairy
Bravely
HD
Default.
Remaster.
Interesting.
Set foot in Luxembourg as a warrior of light once more.
セガ龍が如くスタジオ代表の横山です。我々が
Yakuza?
タイトルは龍が如くゼロ誓いの場所ディレクターズカットです。1988年東京と大阪2つの歓楽街を舞台に土地をめぐる争奪戦が勃発。伝説の始まりを追加シーンとともにお楽しみください。発売日は Nintendo Switch 2の発売と同じ日です。今後のシリーズ展開にもぜひご期待ください。
We'll have more games to show from our publishing and development partners, but for now, we'd
Just
like
give
to
me
show a
first
game
party.
being developed in collaboration with Nintendo. Please take a look.
McKnights, you failed to tell me the game was going to overtime.
When the Zonai, who descended from the heavens, joined hands with the Hylians, who dwelled on the surface, they Their union led to a great and prosperous
On
kingdom.
other news, like Jonathan Drew and his love and no,
But in time,
if it's
a
CHL, sure.
terrible evil arose.
Leader number 9.
Fought to vanquish this
Oh,
evil,
more Zelda stuff.
one which future generations would call
Home.
the imprisoning war.
Oh. Far from.
Perhaps you truly
That's
have
harsh.
traveled back in time.
But from what we discovered today, it's justified. It's
So that's Hyrule Castle? Then
that's not even trying anymore.
this really is the past.
Leading into Tears of the... You know what? I'm so lost in the Zelda lore that I don't think I ever care to catch up with it. I think I played the very first Zelda game, and that's that. It's never really interested me, and I don't know why. Coming this winter.
That was Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment. It's being developed by Koei Tecmo.
His
Games
head is tilted and
with
off center.
support
I don't
from
like
Nintendo.
that.
We hope you're looking forward to the untold story of the Imprisoning War, which took place in Hyrule long ago.
I mean, my head's probably off center and tilted
And
too.
now, some news
But this
about
was better.
Nintendo Switch Online. You can
The Yoshi
continue to
Burger
enjoy
stop?
Nintendo Switch Online
Right off the
on
start?
Switch 2. And with Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion pack, you can enjoy a new membership benefit exclusively on Switch 2. Please take a look at this.
That I did see. Oh my god.
Nintendo Switch
We're gonna have a whole
Plus
stream where we
expansion
just
pack
do
will be
that.
getting a new classic game library exclusive
I am
to
literally
Nintendo
just...
Switch 2.
If that gives me the
Nintendo
GameCube opening every time I open it, we're just gonna do a 3-hour stream
Here
of
are the
that.
titles that will be available at launch. A Legend of Zelda game that looks like a
I just sold
cartoon
that.
come to life through cell shading. Controlling the wind using a mysterious baton, Link sets sail on an adventure across the Great Sea. The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker. Transcending history and the
Oh.
world, a tale of souls and
Oh, I
swords
love it.
eternally retold. In this
Do we get Link on here too?
weapons-based fighting game, each fighter comes equipped with a different weapon, and Link from the
Yes!
series
It's true!
Soul Calibur 2.
I still own that, actually.
Experience a world of white knuckle racing at speeds over 2,000 kilometers per hour. 30 machines will put it all on the line in
Guess who's getting the
death-defying
expansion
races.
pass?
Featuring the series
This
first
guy.
machine customization and story mode. Get ready to experience F-Zero GX. In games that support multiplayer, up to 4 can play together locally or online. Enjoy these classic games.
Can we game share
with
these? That would be
quality
sick.
And higher resolution than the original releases. You can also check the controls for each title and customize them to your liking.
Hey, that's cool. That's cool.
More titles will be added in the future.
Wait, hold up. Sunshine, Fire Emblem, XD Gale of Darkness, Mario Strikers, Luigi's Mansion. I don't give a shit about that. Coliseum.
Nintendo
Oh
GameCube,
boy.
Nintendo Classics, the Switch 2 exclusive game library coming to Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion.
I've never played the
launches
Joy-Cons
the
unless I
same
was
day
on a
as the
road trip for like
hardware's
2
release.
hours. The only time I've ever used my
Dedicated
Switch.
controller designed after the original GameCube controller will also be released.
Thank Christ.
It can connect wirelessly and also has a C button.
Of course
quickly
it does.
access Game Chat.
The only time
GameCube controller
I have
exclusively
ever
available
used
for
my
Nintendo
Switch
Switch
not in the
Online
dock
members will also
was
be
when
available the
we
same
were
day as
doing
Nintendo Switch 2.
the
Whether you're familiar with the games,
trying to hatch the Charmander eggs, and I was finally got one before Christmas, way back when, and who knows when the hell that was, like 3 years ago already.
Of course, you can continue to play
And
games from the systems shown here.
that was the only time I've ever used the Joy-Cons.
Okay,
But
let's see some more
the
games
Pro
from our
controllers
publishing
look
development partners.
sexy. They look sexy. Doggo. Peanut butter jelly time. Peanut butter jelly time. Peanut butter jelly with people. That's what I understood right there. I figured it was an Undertale right off the start. As soon as I seen the text for the 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4, I was like, yeah. Of course, a rhythm game. Thank you, Fortnite, for bringing rhythm games back to the forefront. Deltarune is waiting. I haven't even played the very first
Hi,
Undertale.
I'm Randy from Gearbox.
Yeah!
Our upcoming flagship Borderlands game will
I
launch on Nintendo
was not
Switch
expecting Borderlands.
Borderlands is back.
On the Switch 2.
Shoot your way through a world filled with wild enemies and
But it's gonna be a PS5 for me. It's still gonna be PS5.
The most ambitious Borderlands game we've ever made. Borderlands 4 will launch in 2025. We'll be sharing a lot of the game in the months ahead, and there's more.
I like a suit jacket.
Hi, I'm Dennis Shirk from Firaxis Games. We're releasing
Civ?
the Nintendo Switch 2 edition of Sid Meier's Civilization 7. In Civ 7, you'll establish an empire and guide your people throughout the ages of history. With the new mouse controls, players can enjoy a more intuitive gameplay experience.
I've never played
Civ
one,
7
and I
launches on the
don't
same
think
day
I
as
will.
Switch 2. And if you already own the Nintendo Switch version, you can experience mouse controls on Switch 2 by purchasing the upgrade.
I doubt I'll ever use mouse
And
controls.
we have even more news from 2K.
NBA.
I'm Lionel Jinx. And I'm Ben Bishop. Our final
You-
announcement for today.
Ben Bishop retired as a goalie and went to develop WWE? Nice, good for him.
2K as well. We can't wait to see you in the ring.
I nailed the basketball part, though. It's good to know that Ben Bishop landed on his feet after his NHL playing career.
Off they went, armed with nothing but youthful enthusiasm and a
I have an
profound
itch on the
lack
bottom
of
of my left foot that's driving me absolutely batshit crazy.
Let's
4 Kids Stranded? What? Is this Lord of the Flies?
Awesome! You nailed it! Hook, line, and sinker. Tastes amazing, doesn't it? Really have started to master this survival thing. Next stop, the top. Ha! Nicely done.
Where's the part where we start cannibalizing each other because we didn't actually survive?
For home.
Sounds like Lord of the Flies to me.
Hi, I'm Dave.
Enter the Gungeon! Hell yeah.
Here's the first look at Enter the Gungeon 2.
Oh, yeah.
Dodge countless bullets.
That's
and
the
aim for
DLC.
the Gungeon's depths in our roguelike shooter sequel. Now reloaded
Cool.
with new 3D art style. You can expect some fan favorite elements to return. We're still working on the game, and we're excited to share more with you in the future.
Why was I just looking at a carrot's ass? So far, I have no words. Starseeker. It's by Devolver, though. They do good stuff.
From CD Projekt Red. We are delighted to bring the immersive world of the dark future to Nintendo players for the first time.
What is this, like 4 years after release? You finally made it good enough that the Switch can run it?
RPG set in Night City. Thanks to Nintendo Switch 2, you can transport yourself to the city of dreams at home or on the go. Get ready to meet unforgettable characters and discover engaging stories.
They gotta make their money back, dude. It was lost so much money. I kind of want to play it too, but
スクエアエニックスの浜口です。任天堂スイッチ2でファイナルファンタジー7リメイクインターグレードを発売いたします。本作はミッドガル脱出までを描いた3部作シリーズの1作目となり、20年以上の時を経て再創作された新しい FF7 を体験いただきます。スイッチ2で展開する FF7 リメイクシリーズにぜひご期待ください。
Next. Oh, they're giving us a little bit of everything here. Okay. Meh. Oh my god, what everybody wanted! That's gonna get its own direct too, you know it. 2 Point Museum I've heard good things about. We got that from the last direct. A new Tetris? Okay. We knew that from the last direct. That's an interesting port. Blades are eliminated. I liked their social media post yesterday. Can't go 7 games if you don't lose at least 3. Like, Fast Fusion looks fun. We're rehashing the direct from last week. Oh my god, it's Fortnite! Oh, what? I will play the shit out of that Ridge Racer. No thanks. Another Devolver game. Devolver's going hard. I like it.
We've shown a lot of games so far. The next
One
game will be
more.
the last from our publishing and development partners. Please take a look.
I think I have a hunch of what this is based on small spoiler I saw.
I give you
Peace.
my blood.
Oh. That's far from peace.
I give you
Hope.
my life.
Ah. Sort of.
Turn, O wheel, and transport him to a night of moonlight, to humanity's very dusk.
All right then. From Software. I feel like this is gonna piss people off to be a Switch exclusive. It's good to know that I finally made a video game, though. Vicious. Titties. Those were frog titties.
Close your eyes and contemplate now the moon, as befits the soon to depart.
They told me to close my eyes, but how am I supposed to watch the trailer?
Carrier of blood.
And dinosaurs! Holy shit.
The moon tears will flow for one, and one alone.
The Dusk Bloods. Oh, look, it's Brad Marchand. The legal version of Bloodborne 2. Yeah, but again, it's going to piss a lot of people off being only on the Switch.
From Software. We'll be publishing a creator's voice article where the game's director, Hidetaka Miyazaki, will share more details about the game, so please check it out when it's available.
In 2 weeks.
That's all from our publishing and development partners. We'd like
What
to
about
thank
you?
the developers who appeared today, as well as our publishing and development partners who prepared footage for this presentation.
One more.
In addition to what you saw today, our partners are working on many games coming to Nintendo Switch 2.
Yeah, including Call of Duty.
We'll showcase more games in the future, so we hope you're looking forward to it. Next, please take a look at this.
There's no snapping of the fingers. I'm not sure this is a direct without it. Oh, that's Kirby. Yep, that's a Kirby. This is one you forgot about. We had so much fun playing through the Forgotten Land. Now I'm gonna have to get the upgrade just so I can play this. Turbo! Turbo Star, baby! Beep, 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 beep. I thought for a second that yellow Kirby was Pac-Man. Kirby Air Ride. Right. We'll play that. Me! 2025, this year, huh?
Kirby Air Ride, which originally released on the Nintendo GameCube system over 20 years ago, is getting a brand new game. We hope you're looking forward to Kirby Air Riders, directed by Masahiro Sakurai.
Yeah.
Next is our last trailer for today. Please take a look.
I will. Pikmin? No. It looked very Pikmin-esque off the start, but I don't think so. Ingot? You're an ingot. Monkey! DK. Nice. We need the DK rap. Let's go. A 3D Donkey Kong? Okay. I was expecting like Odyssey 2. I was not expecting a Donkey Kong title. At all. I did want first party. And this looks like chaos. And this looks like fun. I'm about that. I am very much about that. The Donkey Kong rap, let's go. There's a slight redesign to him, and I'm okay with it. I like it. Yeah, that's exactly. It's a 3D Donkey Kong. Boom! Bonanza, like the restaurant that we had that failed. July. Okay
that was a
then.
brand new 3D platforming action game starring Donkey Kong, called Donkey Kong Bonanza. With
I was
incredible
not
strength,
expecting a Donkey
smash
Kong
through
game.
Enemies, walls, the ground, and just about everything as you demolish your way through a massive underground world. More details will be shared in the future. We hope you're looking forward to it.
I am.
Thank you for watching so far.
Oh, there's more?
To recap, Nintendo Switch 2 launches on June 5th. Finally, here are the hardware options that will be available at launch. We'll release Nintendo Switch 2, as well as a bundle that includes a digital version of Mario Kart World. For more details, please check the official Nintendo Switch 2 website, which goes live later today.
No, that sounds painful. That sounds like it's going to hurt the
We've covered
pocketbook.
a lot of information, but that's all we have to share for today.
You'll have to wait just a bit longer for launch. We are very much looking
June,
forward
that's
to
not too
everyone being
bad.
able to experience
It's only
Nintendo
2
Switch
months.
2.
We appreciate you joining us today. Thank you very much.
I like that it's 256 gigs until you find out each game's like 30 gigs. I think the GameCube Online is what kind of put me over the top there. I don't know. Well, I mean, 800 gigs because of the software that's on it. It's never truly a full terabyte. And that gives you 8 games. It's not much different. 256 and 30 gigs a piece would also be like 8 games. I don't know what to think about all that. I don't know what to think about all that. Hey, the Tigers won. Nice. Hunter St. Martin with the overtime winner. With Harrison Minigan getting the assist. They're not. Yeah. He did start OT in the box. So it took him 8 seconds leaving the box to score. That's a date. Okay. We're going to get off the Switch 2 topic here for a second. watching the game, that was a trap game 100%. Because we outshot them 48-28. We should have dominated that game. And we did dominate that game. But they were always within one goal. There's nothing more deflating to a hockey team that should have won a game like 4-1 or 5-1, but they just couldn't put that insurance goal in, and you're always within a goal. Like, oh, that's a dangerous, dangerous game. 48 saves on, or 44 saves on 48 shots. That's ridiculous. I think, honestly, though, this is probably... Why is there... There's a few things in this game that I'm conflicted about. And it's not the actual racing. The free roam driving. I don't know if that's going to be bonus points or not. But having 24 racers at a time is going to be chaos. You know what my brain just thought of? What? Oh, it's a cow from the Moo Moo course. That's what it was. I do like the Hammer Bros having hammers to throw. That's fun. That's a giant burger. That is such a massive burger. Like... Look at that sucker. It doesn't even have a bottom bun unless it's inside the plate. Look at how stacked that is. Burger, cheese, bacon, lettuce, I'm assuming tomato. Burger, cheese, bacon, I don't know, maybe an unraveling tomato. Burger, cheese, lettuce, but like that is maybe my lunch tomorrow. But you know what my brain thought of just now? I was like, man, could you imagine if we had a 24-person tournament, axe throwing tournament, where the seating depended on your placement in a Mario Kart race? That would be so awesome. It would be so much chaos. It wouldn't be like best versus worst. Because, like...
A brand new entry in the Mario Kart series.
It might be best versus worst against Mario Kart, but maybe not on... Like, could you imagine going into seating where I would outseed Nick? That'd be crazy.
Depending on the time of day and weather conditions, the atmosphere will change.
It's a massive map, and I very much enjoy that they added weather conditions elements to the game because that's pretty cool.
You can go off the racetrack and drive virtually everywhere in this world. In the Classic Grand Prix, race through 4 courses in a bid for first place. But don't sleep at the wheel. You'll also drive to the next course as part of the competition.
Find your own shortcut. Like, between, yeah.
Race, the most in series history, the competition is gearing up. Introducing Knockout Tour. Race non-stop from one corner of the world to another.
F-Zero mode, yeah.
There are multiple checkpoints along the way.
I'll have to tell you something.
If you're below the placement shown when you hit a checkpoint, you'll be eliminated. Can you make it all the way to the finish line?
Are the Avalanche getting goalied, or are they just playing like shit? They're playing like shit.
You can also freely drive around this vast world in free roam. By going off-road, you can explore new areas and routes.
What? McKnights,
So
what do you
try
work
wherever your heart takes you.
this weekend?
You can also go for scenic drives with friends. And even take photos together at different locations. A brand new race across the entire world starts here. Mario Kart World! The game launches on the
Donkey
same
Kong's
day as
holding a
Nintendo
burger.
Switch 2. More details about this title will be shared in an upcoming Mario Kart World Direct. So be on the lookout for more information in the future.
Oh, shoulder cracked. You want to do something on either Saturday or Sunday? Because I have some things that I need to tell you more about. If you're not already preoccupied. Cool. We'll figure that out later. But I have something to tell you about a certain league. It can be free Saturday. Yeah, I'm free. Free falling. You want to see something crazy?
When it comes to your cat, only Whiskas can make them go.
This is the most insane Bass Pro Shop you'll see of your life.
And take them to a place of happiness, joy, and plenty of Whiskas.
It has a bowling alley.
Hey, Sweaty. Sweetie, you good?
Someone stole my Old Spice antiperspirant.
Yeah.
Now I'm smelling like perspirant.
I did.
Stop and
Hammer
gaze
time.
upon the majesty of the Memphis Bass Pro Shops Pyramid. I'm not the only one out here getting photos this morning. This thing is majestic. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Memphis, Tennessee, right on the border of Memphis and Arkansas. The Mississippi River is just over here. This 320-foot tall pyramid in the middle of
It sounds
downtown
like the
Memphis
fifth
has
biggest.
been an
That's
obsession
crazy.
of mine over the last several
Do you know
months.
the
My
history
dad
behind the
actually
actual
took a trip
building
out to
itself,
Memphis, and
though?
he
Because
said,
they talk
"You
about
gotta
it
check
here.
out, they have a freaking Bass Pro Shops in a pyramid in downtown." I said, what kind of fever dream were you having, Dad? But then I did my research, and this thing has a heck of a
Then
story
we'll
behind
talk
it.
about it.
Built
We'll
in
let this play
1891,
through.
Originally as a basketball stadium / entertainment complex, the Great American Pyramid, as it was called then sat abandoned for most of the 2000s. That is until Johnny Morris repurposed the building to fit an all-new Bass Pro Shops experience. This is the first time I've ever been to Memphis. I'm just stopping here on my way to Nashville for the Nashville Super Speedway NASCAR race weekend. But a
Bass Pro Shop and
320-foot
NASCAR go
tall
hand in
Bass
hand.
Pro Shops pyramid store, I had to stop and check it out. Like I said, I've been obsessing over this thing for several months, ever since I heard about its existence. Let's go explore and check it out together. It's a little different for my channel, but come along and join me on a Bass Pro Shops adventure. Well, the main entrance looks
Redneck
similar
life, yep.
to other Bass Pro Shops I have been in. Oh, that's right, they have a hotel in here as well. I thought about
That's
staying in
crazy.
there, but it was over $250 a night. But the Big Cypress Lodge, I'm sure that would have been fancy. Whoa, it's a gargantuan fireplace. They had like a guide when you walked in, like it's a theme park or something.
It pretty much is.
Welcome to paradise.
I would stay in that lodge once just to
My
say I
eyes haven't
stayed
quite
in it.
Adjusted from the bright outdoor sun, but when you look
You know
up
that's
into
where
the
I'm
sky,
staying if there's
the
ever an
camera's
axe
gonna
throwing
show the
tournament in
framework really
Memphis.
clearly to y'all. It's good in low light, but it looks dark. Here, I'll try to adjust the brightness. This is kind of like what it looks like to me. It looks like the night sky just keeps on going and going. But check out these cypress trees. Also, massive elevator shaft there. in the
There was
center of
last
the
year, but
pyramid.
that venue
We'll have to
shut
check that
down.
out later. this is kind of over.
That I think
here. Wow.
it could
I've
change.
only walked like 10 feet into paradise, as they call it, and they have ponds here with
Yeah.
actual fish inside.
To take us to paradise. Come with me. We're leaving the day after tomorrow.
Recedes down into the water like an actual natural occurring lake or pond would. I could just walk right in and take a quick dip if I wanted to, but I won't. That's probably the quickest way for my Bass Pro Shops
Craft
adventure
axe?
to come to a premature end. Ooh, I hear something over here. They got an old school shooting arcade in here. Oh, I gotta give this a try.
Which isn't any different than the Bass Pro Shop in Calgary.
Rock and roll.
Craft Axe. I don't know if they're affiliated to anything. I've never. Maybe I have heard them.
Oh, he's angry.
I don't know.
He's going back in. He doesn't
There's
want
so
to
many
smoke.
openings and
There's many more
closings
shots
like
where that
crazy.
came
It's
from,
hard to
Gator.
keep track of.
Ooh. Not a great score, but we had fun. 140. What's that mean? Take lessons? Oh gosh, not a great start to my hunting career. That's pretty cool though. Old school shooting arcade. This is so cool. They just have so many little ponds with real fish in them everywhere you look, as well as the lookout.
Well,
that's what this freestanding 28-story
I'm
tall
gonna tell you
elevator
some
shaft,
stuff.
going up deep into the Tomb of Doom.
Now we'll wait till
leads
Saturday.
to.
We'll wait till
I think we're
Saturday.
gonna
We'll
have to
figure
check
something
that
out.
That gives you a great view of the Mississippi River and downtown Memphis. Just like any other Bass Pro Shops you might go to, they have plenty of wildlife scenes staged and set up. And do I hear some running water? My ears did not deceive me. Yes, we do. They have a
That's a
waterfall
standard
in the
in
middle of the
like Bass
store.
Pro Shops.
Wow, get a load of that. Oh my, and it just keeps going. I'm a real sucker for this kind of stuff. I love going to theme parks. Look, I'm in a cave now, and you can hear my voice echoing. I love going to theme parks. I love seeing set pieces like this brought to life. I really love that kind of thing. This is spooky.
A league discount?
There's a little hole in the wall right here. Oh my, more water falling down.
Texas.
After this happens,
Now
was it a floating fish or a dead fish?
Falling down.
That was just a toy fish. Okay.
This place is full of surprises. A turkey. A wild turkey stalking me as I exit the cave.
I don't know if that's a wild turkey. I've seen a turkey, but I don't remember a bluehead.
Lies. November can't come soon enough, my friend. I'm focused on all the scenery and the extra stuff, but this does have all your typical Bass Pro
Weird.
Shops, paraphernalia, fishing stuff,
Giving
more
your league
fishing
members
stuff,
more incentive to sign up.
clothes,
Weird how that
bamboo
works.
Wind chimes, cornhole, armadillos, and
I wasn't
much,
completely
much,
wrong when I said a discount.
much more. The swamp aesthetic is super duper cool.
You
I
have
love
blue
that there are
heads?
real fish in there, and I love that you can just get right out over it. It makes it feel supernatural.
That is a giant catfish in the middle. My God. Pretty sure that thing would swallow my entire right foot. No problem.
Oh, there's some big fish in there. Look at that. Whoa.
There's 2 of them. 3 of them. 1, 2, 3. Holy shit.
Whoa. I really do appreciate the theming effort. The whole swamp look. The
That's
lighting,
insane.
especially from this blue elevator tower, really adds to the mood. Of course, no Bass Pro would be complete without at least one massive aquarium.
Well, I
Whoa.
mean,
That's awesome.
the only thing that I
There's so
haven't
much
seen
more
when
to this
I
place. Let's check out
when
the
I feed them
second story.
other
This
dead
building, like I
bass.
said, was originally built to be a basketball stadium.
The only thing that I
and they were
have,
gonna build
yeah,
like a whole,
basketball
museum
stadium.
up higher up.
That's pretty crazy. It was going to be a basketball stadium. The only thing that I really haven't seen ever when I go to a Bass Pro Shop is them actually feeding the bass. And I know they have scheduled times. I've just never been there.
In the pyramid, they do have an observation deck and restaurant and bar at the top now, but for many years, a lot
Restaurant
of that
and
never came to
bar.
fruition.
Hell
They
yeah.
did operate this place as a basketball
Warthog.
stadium for many years. In fact, even the Memphis Grizzlies briefly
That's a dead
played
Warthog.
here, the NBA team in town. But for many years, this
The
place
Memphis
sat
Grizzlies
effectively
played there.
abandoned. Bright
That's
Sun
pretty
Films on
sick.
YouTube did a great video on this a few months ago, so go check it out. if you
You've
want
seen it
the
a couple
full
times. I'm just
history
going to have to go on like a
of the
Tuesday at
pyramid,
2 in the
where
afternoon.
Some basketball players called it the Tomb of Doom, given the daunting, dark, and high vaulted ceiling.
The Tomb of Doom. It sounds like an unused possible finisher for The Undertaker.
Yeah, I mean, just walking around here, anytime I look up, it's like you get kind of vertigo, or like the opposite of vertigo, maybe. All right, we've made it to the second floor, mostly just more shopping stuff, but take a look.
The
at
second
this
floor has guns and
view.
crossbows, bud.
Wow, you can get a really good view of all the fish in these little ponds.
You're missing the fun
in
section.
marsh.
The guns and crossbows.
That's so
Also sounds
crazy.
like a nickname
It's
for a
even
ring.
crazier
True.
when you look up again. This camera is going to help you guys see the framework of the pyramid, which actually is really interesting to see. But I'm telling you, when you're here in person, it's even darker than this, which definitely gives you kind of an unsettling feeling whenever you look up. You know, except for that big glowing like disco ball light there in the center, lighting all the scenes. That kind of
Boats,
that's
ATVs,
like
and
the moon.
gators?
That is like the sun.
That's
in
first
this,
floor
in this
stuff.
set
That's
we've
first floor
created here.
stuff.
Also, you know how I mentioned this was originally built to be a basketball stadium. That big Cypress Lodge, all around the building, those are all the rooms, and they are built on the existing concrete framework that was used to hold up the upper levels of the grandstand. So they
That's
repurposed
pretty
a lot of the
sick.
same. You can see the concrete columns and whatnot for the hotel.
I thought the hotel was gonna be like press boxes and, you know, suites that were supposed to be in the basketball stadium unused, but it's actually like the actual grandstands. That's pretty sweet. That seems like it's a lot more converting work to do that than it is to use the press boxes.
That looks in. There's the balcony. Looks in on the entire store. That's a unique hotel experience. Ah, yes, I want a room with a view. Ah, what do you want your view to be? A massive retail store. You got it.
But the thing is, like, he says it's a massive retail store, but there's actually legitimate scenery with like waterfalls and the fish tanks and, you know.
But hey, in fairness, this view is unlike that of really any other department store that I have been to. You know, because it's dark in here and because it's even a little cooler in here than it was outside in the hot Tennessee heat, sometimes I think it's real. Like, it takes my brain a second to remember that, okay, this is all staged.
Inside.
This is all designed by artists. It's not every day you're walking with a
Artists.
massive metal pyramid, so credit to them. This is pretty awesome. The Bass Pro Shops opened in 2015, but they originally began talking about moving into the pyramid all the way back in 2005. So it took roughly
10
10
years.
to come to an agreement, finance the project, design, and then finish building this actual expansion.
I swear to God, if our business takes 10 years, I will give up. You used to go to the massive
Or, I
Buc-ee's.
guess, renovation
That's
is the
NASCAR
correct
life.
word, but it's pretty
Yeah,
dang cool
grills,
now.
baby.
Whoa, would you get a load of this? They have a baby alligator. Look at him, just kind of floating there. There's two of them, but this dude was floating around.
You think those are alive? Or are they props? You think they're real? Feels dangerous to have alligators in a store.
Just taking it easy. Wow, that's pretty cool. Right here in the center of
Well,
the
that
store.
tail moved. That's the end. Well,
Oh, yes, they've got a restaurant and a bowling alley. Oh, fish bowl, I get it. Ooh, I like neon, though. Uncle Buck's. Let's check it out. I don't even know if it's open yet. It's still pretty early in the day. The theming continues into the bowling alley. Ooh,
McKnights, wait till you see the ball retrievals.
yeah. Nice shot. All over the AC vents, they've got algae and other
That's coral.
wildlife growing.
That's coral,
so cool.
bud.
I feel like I've been press ganged into Davy Jones's crew. This is so awesome. Whoa.
Not only is it bowling for you, McKnights, it's also a pun and a dad joke. This is your heaven.
Whoa. Okay, this is the kind of theming and stuff, the attention to detail. This is what I live for. This is like Disney level detail right here. In one of the side seating rooms, they have another aquarium in the center.
That's
Gorgeous.
salt water, though.
Whoa,
You
I
can
didn't
tell
see this
that.
spooky dude looking down at me while I was admiring the fish.
We all know. That's not a Subnautica helmet. I'm literally drawing a blank on the games that I'm thinking about. Hold up. BioShock. That's what I'm thinking. BioShock
Oh, I
helmet.
don't like that. Oh, that's sketchy. Ugh, looking like
It's
some
on my
sort
list of games to
Scooby-Doo
play.
villain. This is
No! Alright, content. You gotta start making me enough money so I can afford YouTube Premium. $8 a month.
Zero is the most powerful number in the world. There's 6 of them in every million. Questrade wants you to
That's
have
my
more
next goal. 6
change
zeros.
again. With zero commission trade.
Not in the negatives. Yeah.
It's just so impressive, and it goes through the entire bowling alley portion of the restaurant at the very least. I just love that. That's so neat. Oh, and I didn't even look at the bowling ball dispensers. Oh, you're kidding me. No, this can't be happening. Are you joking?
That's so cool.
Hey, if you don't want kids, you're not supposed to reach your hand into here. That's dangerous. Hey, put a massive shark with sharp teeth there. That'll scare the kids away. Hey, it's just a smart safety precaution. I appreciate that. Jeez. I keep expecting the theming to end, but even over here by the employee-only area, it's still themed. I want to decorate my room like this with fish and sharks hanging from the ceilings, algae, sea anemones, sea urchins, starfish growing and living all around me. That's pretty awesome. No time to bowl or eat, unfortunately. I got to be in Nashville.
Oh, I would
soon,
make
but
time.
That was awesome to check out. I could get lost just looking at all the fine details for probably an hour or two easily.
I would
Alright,
easily
I think
make
it's
time
high
for that.
We take the journey to the top of the Tomb of Doom, the Great American Pyramid. This place has like a million different names, so just roll with it.
The Tomb of Doom. That could be a tag team move too. Yeah, the Tomb of Doom.
Stepping off the elevator, here's the bar they have. Whoa, I love the rusty metal, like steampunk looking fish.
Yeah,
around
that's
the
cool
bar.
too.
That's so awesome. With, of course, I think that's a real fish tank in the middle. Yeah, those are real fish. Not made of old car parts. Oh, this is so cool. Let's check it out.
I would love to have it in our venue
Look
where
at
there's
this.
a wall with a massive fish tank,
The
but we know
Mississippi
people
River
would be
right there.
too
I don't know the name of
stupid
that bridge, but that's a very iconic
to not
Memphis
do stupid
landmark.
stuff.
All the land out in the distance, that's Arkansas. Everything to the left here, Tennessee. Downtown.
It'd be such a neat,
Memphis.
unique
I
feature.
keep looking, this is east now. At least the more I turn, the more you're looking straight.
My brain just thought of a sick place for it in the spot that we would want. If you could do it in this, like inside the staircase of the mezzanine. It wouldn't take up any more floor space, and it would be such a sick feature piece.
East. Yeah. Wow.
That'd be a lot of maintenance
Gosh,
and worry
it's sunny. It is bright. And
and
everything, like,
expense that
reflects off of
I don't want to
metal,
deal
all the
with,
glass,
but it
all
would
the
be so
metal, but-
sick.
Wow. What a view. Look, there's me. Woohoo. Loving the pyramid. I was wondering if you'd be able to see the FedEx Forum from over here, but I believe it's blocked by a lot of these buildings. That's where the Memphis Grizzlies play now. That's the newer NBA stadium that basically replaced the original purpose of the pyramid. Oh shoot, and I hadn't looked straight down, but look, that's the Bass Pro Shops, the massive Bass.
Do they have shuffleboard on the roof? Why did I not notice that the first time I watched this? There's shuffleboard on the roof. But only on one side. And there is a staircase to get there. But it also looks like there's an outdoor fire pit seating area here. Maybe that's part of the hotel packages. That would make sense. A walkout area like that from the hotel, like entrance, concourse, reception area. I feel like that makes sense.
Pro Shops logo. Oh, I don't like this. I don't like this angle. I feel like I could just go
Staircase to that side too, but nothing recreational.
sliding right down this. Ooh, okay, backing up. Ooh, I don't like that. I just can't get over how random this pyramid is. That's why I had to check it out. Bass Pro Shops is cool. I'm a NASCAR fan. They do a lot of NASCAR stuff. Outdoorsy, it's great. But the fact that they built this thing into an existing urban pyramid.
It's a living, breathing Bass
That's just
Pro
crazy to
Shop.
me. I had to check it out. When in Memphis, visit the pyramid.
I
What a
would.
view. Wow. They've actually got a
So, my phobia and fear of heights, I would go up there, but you would not see me within 2 feet of the edge of that walkway. I would not look down that walkway. I would look straight out or up, but never down. Because the other part too is I know that there's a solid footing below me and it's not a clear glass. Like if people do those height experiences and you get that clear floor and you get that clear walkway, that is a no-go for me. That is, fuck that. If this glass cracks, I'm done. But if I see that there's like a concrete or a wooden platform that I know has been like looked after and maintained, I'm okay. I'm okay. And that's why even like things like ladders freak me out, because if I look down, I can see through rungs. There's a spot that I can slide through. There's a spot that I can fall off of. Give me a scissor lift, I'm fine. Yeah, that'd be a no-go for me. The Grand Canyon glass platform, that's a no-go. That's a no-go. Like we had oh God, what the hell was it called? One thing that was a little sketchy when I worked at Future Shop, I got trained on, I can't remember what it was called, but there's a little thing that you drive with a joystick and you can lift it up to get things off of higher shelves. I was okay with that because I was strapped in with a safety belt. I never used the safety belt, let's be real. But the way to fall off, like the guardrails were slightly above my waist height. And the doors only opened one way, and they didn't open when it was lifted. And it was a solid piece to stand on. That I was okay with. Yeah, with the scissor lift, you're supposed to strap in. Strap in, strap on. But, so like, yeah, like when we're doing the video, if I have to lift up the cages or whatever, a scissor lift, I'm okay with that. I get freaked out if I can see a possible exit strategy that's not my own exit strategy. That's where I get
deck facing the
real
Mississippi.
bad.
I'm not sure if I'm allowed to go out here. Nobody else is. Well, we're
so okay.
Squeaking out here. Anyways,
That deck looks
what a
like
view of
frosted
the
glass. That one would be a
Mississippi
little.
River. Oh, and this spider web. How'd you get all the way up here, buddy?
That frosted glass would be a little.
Great view of this bridge, which I
And just a
noticed is
cable
actually
fencing like
closed.
that? No.
Also, great view.
No thanks.
A bunch of apartments right along the river. Wow.
No
You can
thanks.
see for miles and miles.
As close as he's getting right now is not me.
Orientation correct here. I believe that is the state line, like that.
Like, okay, so even when I was helping Ross's mom move yesterday, she's on the 4th floor of her complex, which is the highest floor. And I went out on the balcony to look over the edge to see where Ross was, and even that freaked me out a little bit. It wasn't so bad because I knew that I wasn't going to fit through the bars or slide between the decking and the bars of the railing. But even then, I got a little bit of, got to step back. Got to step back. But as soon as I was, 2 feet away from the railing, I was fine.
That bridge is basically the state line into Arkansas. I grew up in Texas, so I've been over the Mississippi River many, many times. I've never been up this far north between Arkansas.
Yeah, that's
and
frosted
Tennessee.
glass
Honestly,
on the
I
ground. No,
forgot that
thank
Tennessee
you.
and Arkansas even share a border.
And I think too, for me, I have that. I always have that in the back of my head, knowing how much I weigh. I'll have to watch the highlights. But knowing what my weight is and knowing things that have a certain weight capacity and knowing that I exceed a lot of those weight capacities on a public thing like that where it's just glass on the ground and they don't specify any sort of weight capacity, I'm like, am I actually good for this? I know I'm still losing weight. I'm doing better, but like, am I good for this? And I don't think that that's something that's ever... Even if I lost 150 pounds and I got down to 220 pounds, which is well within the weight capacity of basically everything on this planet aside from a Wii Fit board, I still think I would have that instinct in the back of my head, and I don't think that would ever go away.
Better late than never. Now, man, that sun is
So-
brutal. I can't believe I forgot my sunglasses. But thank you guys for checking out
Like,
this random.
like even today, I was at the gym. They have like a seated cable chest fly machine. And I got to my third set, and for some reason I was reading the safety instructions, and it said that exerciser weight capacity is 330 pounds. I'm like, well, fuck me then. I've been sitting on the seat, and I'm 40 pounds over the weight limit? What the It's a gym. So technically, I'm like heavier than any of the gym equipment that they're actually providing me. Bullshit.
Video.
It's bullshit.
I'm on my way to Nashville for the Nashville Super
No
Speedway
wonder
Ally 400
strongman
weekend. I'm going to be taking y'all behind the scenes.
don't
showing y'all the
go
garage
to
area
conventional
once again,
commercial
the
gyms.
Infield Pit Road, the racetrack. It's a new track for the NASCAR Cup Series. It's a track that hasn't been raced in NASCAR in more than 10 years, so I'm very, very excited.
Because
for
those
that.
guys are
Next time you see me,
30
I will
to
be at Nashville
80
Super
pounds
Speedway
heavier than
taking
me.
y'all along for the ride alongside. But I hope you enjoyed this detour to visit the Memphis Pyramid, the Great American Pyramid, the Bass Pro Shops at the Pyramid, the Tomb of Doom.
That
the
view
Tomb of
freaks
Doom,
me
that's
out
my
just
favorite
watching this
line
video
where I
right
like
now.
that. Whoa, look at that pit down there. Sorry, it just keeps going into darkness.
That freaked me out.
Okay, I got it in this video. Thanks for watching, y'all. I will see you again very, very soon.
Just the video of that was not settling for me. That was not a settling moment. Is it abandoned now again? No. 3 years ago, 4 years ago. I'm going to say that it's not abandoned. That's old. Okay. That was interesting. But, chat, what? Nintendo is so greedy? Alright, they released the prices of the games. We're going broke, by the way, McKnights. There's no way. We need a cash flow loan just to buy some Switches and games. But chat, I'm going to call it a stream there. I do have to wake up a little bit earlier tomorrow. There will be no stream tomorrow. I do have a road trip to go on, visit some family, take care of some legality stuff with the grandfather that can't sign for himself. So there's that stuff. And, you know, it's tax season. Weird how that works out. So, yeah, we're going to go up and visit some family and get that in. And sorry, streams have been very sporadic, but things are coming up and I'm making money and you're never going to say no to family. But once things get settled down and McKnights and I are slaving over a venue and getting those doors open, once those doors open after a couple weeks, things might return to a regular schedule. I'm just going to straight up tell you right now, chat, don't expect a regular schedule for the next 3 to 6 months. I know that sounds crazy, but I'm going to be going out to my friend's farm and working soon, and it's going to be random days. At that point, it's going to be very random. We don't know when we're going to be out there doing the maintenance because that's all very weather dependent. And same with seating. That's all very weather dependent as well. But I do have it on pretty good authority that everything will be done there by the end of May. And I'm going to get really uncomfortable in life, and I am going to push for everything I need to do so that McKnights and I can have a much happier life. McKnight just wants to get out of his current job situation. I want to live out a dream. So we're going to push for that. And we got help. So we're not going to say no to that help. And we're going to get things going. Once that's all settled down, once we find ourselves in a groove and a routine, then the content should be semi-regular. But going into a business ownership, I'm not going to promise anything. But there is all that fun stuff. So thank you, everybody, for watching. Hope you enjoyed the Nintendo Direct. I know your wallets and your bank accounts may not have, but it was fun to dream. Hope you all have a good night. Hope you have a good day tomorrow. And we'll see you maybe on Friday. Bye.